Okay, so Co and I just got the keys to our new place. Very excited. And we know that I love to move things by bike. So I've seen some people, some companies that do actual moving services on bikes. And typically these are like e-bikes with special trailers and that kind of stuff. Now I don't have a fancy e-bike or trailer, but what I do have is my regular bike, and I found the largest and cheapest trailer I could find on Marketplace. 24 inches by, so it's about 2 feet by 4 feet. So my goal is to try and move our entire house with this trailer and my bike. I essentially have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to get all of this done. On Saturday, we have people coming to help us move. And if I don't manage to get everything moved by then, we're gonna just have to use a truck, because that's kind of our last line of defense of if I can't actually move things with the bike and we need people to help us move things, we're just gonna have to go with that. So I've kind of got this time period of 3 days. I'm gonna do my best to try and move as much as I can. I think the boxes are pretty easy. Like, this trailer is decently big, but I think some of the items, like some of the couches and the mattresses, I'm gonna have to get creative and we're gonna see what we can do. Fingers crossed I can get this done. Okay, so we've got this room, which is full of boxes. We've got this furniture here. Okay, and then here we got some boxes and the big pieces of furniture. We only ended up getting the keys around noon on Thursday, and by the time I got myself ready to start moving, I didn't have much of the day left. All right, first load done. I'd say that went about medium in terms of what I thought I could do. I think I had quite a bit on the bike, but it was definitely very heavy, very slow. I think on this next time, I'm gonna have to follow the roads and not kind of go the back way, which is a nicer bike ride, you know, fewer cars, but it is quite a bit bumpier. There's quite a few railway lines, and that was a bit dicey, mostly just because the way the bike trailer sits on my bike, it was kind of like creeping into the wheels, and I could hear it hitting the spokes. So I think for safety, I'm gonna have to go the other way when I'm delivering the goods, and then I think I can probably go back that way. By the end of the first almost half day, I'd moved 4 loads and felt like I had my system down to a science. I even figured out a different mounting point for the trailer that prevented the trailer arm from hitting my wheel spokes, making the rail line crossing a little bit easier. Well, as you can see, we are doing pretty good. I'm feeling like I've gotten quite a bit over here. There's still a lot in the other apartment and basically all of the big furniture, so that I think is mostly going to be a tomorrow problem when I have a couple of guys who will be here to help me bring it in and out of the apartments. So yeah, I am very surprised at how like generally tired I am. Like I was kind of expecting this mostly to just be like my legs were gonna be gassed, but because I'm doing like all of the actual carrying of all these boxes up and down the, you know, this flight of stairs to get here, and then like loading it, that is actually taking a lot more out of me than I anticipated. So like my arms are actually, I think, surprisingly tired. The other thing that is definitely making this harder is it is so windy. So the wind is coming in the direction that I need to bike from our old place to our new place, which means when I have a fully loaded trailer is when I am biking into the wind, and depending on like what I'm carrying, I can feel the wind pulling it back, and like it'll just suddenly be, you know, like decently light, you know, like I'm feeling like I'm getting good momentum, and then all of a sudden it is like I am like there is just an anchor has been dropped on me and I can go nowhere. Maybe I'm averaging like 7-8 kilometers an hour. It's not fast at all, considering I'm going, you know, nearly 30 kilometers an hour the other way. Anyway, let's keep on working. Over the course of the day's dozens of loads on the trailer, I came to the conclusion that this would be more manageable if you had to move in batches, perhaps renting a mobile storage unit, moving everything from the first place into the storage unit, and then biking from that storage unit to your new place. Once everything is there, then you get help carrying it up. Because no matter how manageable putting things on the trailer and the actual biking was, the moving process was the challenge. The constant up and down and waiting for the elevators was the gumption trap, not the cycling. So for reference, this is what we managed to get done in 2 days, well, 1.5 days, all of this. So lots of boxes, not a lot of furniture. Okay, so it's day 3, the cavalry is about to come in, all of our friends are gonna help us get the last of this stuff in, and some of the bigger furniture, like our sofa, table, the mattress. I tried for the life of me to get the mattress in on the trailer. I like tried folding it with like straps and everything I tried, could not get it to not hit the wheels. So unfortunately that was not doable, but I got most of the stuff over. Still gonna be able to do a couple runs today and feeling good about how much I've managed to move. Unfortunately, on the 3rd day, I got caught up in the last minute packing, and with so many people coming to help, I felt too overwhelmed going back and forth on the bike. Okay, this probably would have taken me half a day to move by myself. In the end, I did 17 trips in total, over 170 kilometers, and I was pretty happy with how much I was able to accomplish with just me and my bike.
Eric.
Yes.
Why are you moving with a bicycle?
Why not? To see if I can.
And what is this going to prove once you've carted all your goods and chattel through the whole of Squamish?
It proves that I don't need a car to move to move.
But you can only do this right now because you're moving down the road.
Well, yeah, I mean, Squamish is a small town. It's only ever going to be like 5 kilometers one way. Hey, I've cycled like 130 kilometers over the last 2 days.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're doing this for exercise?
For all of it. That's just the challenge and, to see if I can
And YouTube.
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
YouTube. Okay. All right. Okay.
Your mom's not with the times there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, Chris, if you move, you'll do it by bike, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I'm still working on your mom to get rid of the coal burning furnace.
Okay.
I don't have a cold room.